and welcome to my live video this afternoon. I'm Hannah from Oscha Slings and I welcome you to chat with me this afternoon, ask me any questions at all. Today we're going to be covering two new patterns that we have designed and I cannot wait to give you all of the info on these. So I'm just going to wait until everyone joins me this afternoon. We're sharing this live video in our customer group Clan Oscha. So if you're not in the group already, you should definitely join. This week we reached our 10,000 members, which we are so grateful for, and we have been really blown away by all of your wonderful comments on the chatter threads that we've had running and our competitions and giveaways that we've had going on all this week. So if you haven't seen our chatter in Clan Oscha, do come and join us. Hi Pam, welcome to the video. I'm really excited to see you've joined us this afternoon. Pam is a bit of a special guest in this video, so Pam, do chime in with anything else you want to add on the comments, and I can't wait to get started. So I think most people have joined us. Do say hello when you join me today. Let me know where you're tuning in from and how you're feeling on this Thursday afternoon. Normally we have our live videos on Tuesdays, but I am actually on holiday most of next week, so we've brought this forward to this week so that I can show you all our brand new patterns that are coming next Wednesday. So let's get started. So this is the first new pattern that I want to show you. This is our Kelpies design, and this design has actually been designed in collaboration with our wonderful long-term customer Pam Hinkmans, and we are so pleased to have been able to work on this project together. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the design first of all, and then we'll talk about the colourway and we'll talk about the blend. But first of all, for those of you who don't know what a Kelpie is, or who have never heard about Kelpies before, I am going to explain. So a Kelpie is a mythical creature, a Scottish mythical creature, that is said to rise up from the water. So it's a water horse that rises up from the water and lures people into the water with its mystical and magical appearance. So we like to think of the Kelpies design as protecting, if you're wearing the Kelpies design as a baby wearer, of carrying your baby, we like to think of it as kind of protecting the Scottish mythical creatures and the cultural design of our heritage. So we had been looking to do a Kelpies design for a long time, and it was something that was really in the forefront of our minds, and we even had a few little sketches. So I'm sure you're wondering how Pam is connected with this design. So we ran a design on the OneRing.net Facebook page, which was a Middle-earth design competition. So we ran a competition there for Middle-earth designs, and Pam entered that competition. Now, those of you who are aware of the Hobbit Quest new design, which is our Middle-earth new design, that was the design that we actually selected as part of the competition. But we just loved Pam's submission. So she submitted these amazing rolling horses coming through the waves, and it was inspired by the ford at Brunnen in The Hobbit and in the Lord of the Rings, in The Hobbit, sorry. So we just thought it was such a brilliant concept, and the way she had combined it with our Kasumi pattern at the bottom and the horses kind of rolling out through the top really caught our eye, and we just thought it was brilliant. However, we felt that it was a little bit closer to our Oscha designs rather than Middle-earth, so we approached Pam and we asked, would you be happy for us to work on this together as a Kelpies design and bring it out as a mainline Oscha. So we hope it will really inspire those who are into horses. We know that many of you have been asking for a new horse design for a while, and I think that this really does shine through. So that is the Kelpies design. And Pam, do let me know if I've missed anything or if you want to add anything. We have created a really detailed blog post all about the design development, and we have linked that. I think Megan has linked that into the comments, so after this video I would urge you to go and check that out. The design went through from some different iterations with the mane and the ears and also the border and the sky as well, so we've kind of detailed all of those through our design development and the process that we went through there. So I think those of you who like the look of this design and who are intrigued by our designs will design process will definitely find that interesting. So now to give it a wrap, and I'll chat to you about the blend as well. So this one has been woven on our Scottish Beach Fade, which goes from these beautiful sandy, deep sandy tones at the bottom up to a lovely fresh blue at the top, sky blue at the top here. So this one has been named after the beach up, one of the biggest beaches up in St Andrews, the West Sands beach. So this is Kelpies West Sands. So we are sticking with the Scottish theme here, and we're pretty excited about this colourway for summer. It's a lovely fresh and bright wrap for the summertime, so if you're looking for something for warm weather, then I think this could really be a great option. So I am going to actually tie this on the shoulder, so I'm actually going to just spin this around a little bit more, and I'm going to do a front wrap cross carry, and I'm going to tie it on my shoulder there, so that we have got some tails that I can show you afterwards. So let's get that organised. I'm just going to bring round a short side on this side and a long bit down here. And you can see it's quite a shimmery blend, so that's the other thing that's interesting about this new design. It is also a new blend. So we did have a prototype tester for this one, which went out quite a few months ago, so we will be linking to that in the clan, and we also have a tester who is testing this one out, so it'll be interesting for you all to read that if you're interested to learn a little bit more about the blend. Okay, so I've got my tails sorted now. That was a little bit more time consuming than I had first anticipated. Okay, so I want to make sure that the horses are going to be sitting nicely over my baby's back. Yes, perfect. Okay. So the blend of this one then is, let me just find it on my notes here. So we have 55% BCI organic combed cotton. So that's the warp. So we've got the organic combed cotton warp, and then the weft is a new weft. So it is a blended yarn of hemp, bamboo viscose and linen. So the blended yarn, so it's 16% hemp, 11% linen and 18% bamboo viscose. So it's blended together, which makes for a really lovely and soft blend straight from the bag. So I'm feeling a nice kind of soft and silkiness from the bamboo. It's not really fine, it's quite, it's kind of it's not the kind of really fine bamboo, but because it's blended with the hemp and a little bit of cotton, it's really nice and soft and very supportive. So the GSM of this one is about 301 GSM, but remember that often viscose yarns do weigh in a little bit heavier than they actually feel in real life. So some of you might recognise the Augmenta border here as well from our Augmenta Lunae pattern. I'll show you that there as well. So I'm just going to tighten up my passes here, and then I'm going to attempt a tied at shoulder. I've got a size 4 that I'm using today, so it is hopefully going to be okay. And please excuse the knocking that you might be hearing there. There's some work that's happening upstairs in my flat, so I hope they're not going to make too much more noise. Okay, so I'm just going to pin everything in place as while I take this round, and I'll give you a little bit more info about how it feels. So we go over, under, up, and under, oh, under pressure here. Now I've not done that correctly, have I? No. This is what happens when you try to do slip knots live. Please bear with me while I get this tied in place. So, up we go. There we go, that was what I did wrong. We need to go up the way, pin that down, and then we go under, over, through. We do have a tutorial of this on our website as well if you're interested to do it. It's not as complicated when you're doing it in real life, it's just when you are doing it live it feels a little bit more tricky. Okay. So I'm feeling this really nice and smooth. It's very, it's got a lovely glide to it. It is feeling nice and soft. I would say this is going to be a really good blend for summer toddler carrying in particular. I think that you could definitely wear this with any age of baby. I would even go for it with a newborn, even though the GSM is probably a little bit high for a really tiny baby. But I wouldn't be worrying about that too much. My knot's a little bit far down there, but for the purposes of this video, I think I'm going to be okay with it. I've got a nice deep seat there, and probably want to have the knot a little bit higher just for comfort as well. So there we go, and then I've got my little tails of my Kelpies and you can see the horses going over baby's bottom. And of course this doll is quite a young doll, so if you were using it with a toddler you would see a lot more of the pattern there as well. And then you can see in the back that lovely fade. So it's an ecru weft and it just kind of shimmers. It's got a lovely kind of sheen and shimmer to it, this sling. I think that the weft is a really lovely blend. As I say, it's got the hemp, so it's also feeling very easy to break in and it feels very comfortable against my skin. It's very, very soft. So I would say if you are looking for something that's going to be really nice for the summer, it's not a sort of super summer weight GSM, you know, we generally say to stay under 300, but I do think that if you're going for a shorty carry or something where there's not a lot of fabric around you and your baby, it's really supportive. You can wear it all day and you'll just feel that extra benefit from the bamboo. Certainly it's moisture wicking as well and it's breathable. Linen is obviously natural, breathable, and so is hemp. So it's a really, really lovely blend, and I would love to hear what the tester thinks of the blend as well, and particularly for warm weather. I'm certainly feeling it like very comfortable today. So let's have a look at your comments then, and let's see what we can answer. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to pop back up to the top so that I don't miss anything, but if I do miss your comment, do just give me a little shout and ask it again and I will get there. Okay, so let's see. Oh, so much love for the Kelpies design. Lovely, brilliant. Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh, hi Martina from Greenland. Brilliant. So nice to have you here. And Carolyn from Germany. Esther from Amsterdam. Oh, it's lovely to have you all watching this afternoon. Morgan says, oh wow, that is so, so beautiful. What an amazing design, Pam, Pam and Oscha. Oh, lovely. Alexandra from Germany. I would also love to know if any of you were aware of the Kelpies mythology and mythical creature before my video today, because I'm always intrigued by that. It's certainly something that we grew up with here in Scotland at primary school. You know, you learn about mythical creatures and maybe read storybooks and things as children. It's definitely something that is kind of part of our culture. Jordan from Canada, lovely to have you. Jordan says, oh my, OMG, I absolutely love this, might need a shawl. It would make a lovely shawl, it really would. Teresa says, amazing design, Pam. Yes, and horses, lovely. Cindy says, you'll have to wait until next week. Lovely. Vivian says, time to go to Falkirk in this wrap. Yes. So for those of you who are not, you haven't visited Scotland or who are not from Scotland, you won't know, but we have these amazing big sculptures in Falkirk, which is not far from here, about half an hour from here. And there are these beautiful big Kelpie sculptures just on the Union Canal. So that's certainly would be a really cool shot for a photo shoot with the Kelpies. Brilliant. Sarah says, whoa, I just saw that it has horses. My daughter would love this. Yes. And Gemma says, well done, Pam. It's gorgeous. Look, love the Kelpies. Carol says, whoa, beautiful. Oh, so much love. Love the water horse design. Pam's definitely with us. So she says, I think you've covered the main points, Hannah. It started out as a Middle-earth inspired pattern, but I ended up with something that had lost its Middle-earth vibe, but I wanted to submit it anyway. I'm so happy you decided to go forward with it. Can't stop grinning. That's brilliant. And for those of you who are not aware, Pam has been a customer at Oscha for since 2013, and that's also the same year that I started working at Oscha, so we're long-term Oscha fanatics. Julia says, did I miss the blend? So I came onto the blend a little bit later, but just let me know if you want me to repeat that. Alison says, I went to uni at St Andrews. I loved the West Sands, a beautiful pattern. The West Sands is such a beautiful beach, and we thought it was really fitting for this, so that's great. Vivian says, okay then, maybe St Andrews for the photo shoot. Maybe there needs to be a tour of Scotland for this one. Oh, Sarah says it's so pretty. Lovely. It's brilliant. Rita, lovely Kelpies design. So just checking to see if there's any more questions or comments. Ellie says, is it good for warm climates? In my opinion, it would be good for warm climates. So it's because it's got that lovely natural blend, so it's got the bamboo viscose and then it has the linen and the hemp combined together. So I feel like it's very soft against my skin, so you don't get the kind of slight, sometimes with hemp it can be a little bit slightly kind of rougher texture until it gets really broken down and broken in. So I'm not feeling any of that. It is really kind of soft, but it's also quite airy. It is 300 GSM, so if you're looking for a really lightweight summer sling, it might not be the best choice. But personally, if I was wearing this with, you know, maybe in a shorter length, like a single layer carry, a bit like this one, where I have my back, you know, open and there's just one layer of fabric over me and my baby, I think it would be a really good choice for the summer. Also, bamboo and hemp are moisture wicking, and obviously linen is breathable, and then you've got your cotton is breathable as well. It's also easy care, so I would say it's probably a pretty good one for wearing in the warmth. Jacqueline says, it's a happy marriage between Okanami and Rohan with a splash of Augmenta. Yes, it's like that. It's a really lovely combination of lots of the favourite Oscha patterns, and yeah, I think the Augmenta border just makes it a little bit different as well, which is lovely. And Jordan says, thank you, Pam, for bringing back some mainline horses. Julia says, when will it be released? So this one will be released next Wednesday at 7:30 BST. So I'm doing my video a little bit earlier this week. Normally I do it on a Tuesday, the day before the release, but just remember, pop it in your calendar if you're looking for this one. Next Wednesday is the date. I'm not sure what exact date that is off the top of my head, but if anybody's got a calendar to hand, then you can check on that for me. Yes, Amna says, hello from the States, what shine? Yeah, it's got a beautiful shine to it, which I think is why it can be a little bit hard to see in the photographs, the kind of contrast between the ecru weft and the beech warp. But honestly, in real life, you do see it. You see the horses, you see the design, you see the pattern. Certain lights, it really pops. And when you see it in real life, you can see it there. Sometimes we have a little bit of trouble capturing the beauty. Okay, so Debbie is asking, will this be available for current Fireflies pre-order? It would be beautiful. Do you know, that's a really good question. I would imagine if the pattern hasn't been, if you haven't decided on your pattern yet for the pattern polls in your pre-order group, I don't see why this shouldn't be available. So I would contact, if you could contact your admin, or if you are the admin, then contact Carmen at oschaslings.com and she'll be able to make it available for you, I would think. I don't see any problem making this one available for that. So Alison says, I'm really wanting to see this design with some darker colours, maybe dark blue, greens, purples. It will be so mysterious. I completely agree. I think that this pattern would be just beautiful on a spectrum of colours, and I think some dark blues and greens, and I'm pretty sure that we'll be bringing this one back in the future. So if the lovely pale beach tones are too pale for you, then I'm sure we'll bring something out in the future, but right now we don't have anything else planned. This is the first release. Lovely. Morgan says, yes, I love Kelpies, they require respect though. Yeah, I completely agree. Brilliant. Esther says, I have never heard of Kelpies. I do not think there's a Dutch equivalent. Thank you for explaining them to us. And you can also check out our blog post as well, where we have a lot more information on those. Yes, Elise, check out the mythology explanation after, when the video finishes. I'll post it onto our wall so that you can see those again. Susan says, oh, we know about Kelpies thanks to all who have visited Scotland because of Outlander. Well, hopefully it won't be too long before we can welcome you all back to Scotland again. It's obviously been a challenging year for tourism here, but we will be welcoming everybody back soon, hopefully. Morgan says, will the new patterns be released for pre-order groups? Yes, I will send Carmen a little message after this call, and I'll see if she can make them available. I don't see why there would be any problem with that, but I can't 100% guarantee that I'll be correct with that one. Okay, so Julia says, how does one become a tester for Oscha? Asking for a friend. So generally we choose people from our Facebook group Clan Oscha. So if you regularly share and comment and like in that group, if you share pictures, that kind of thing, then we generally just approach people who we think have got the right age of baby and the right climate and that kind of thing. So you can just through Clan Oscha. Lovely, okay. Morgan says, the GSM of bamboo is inflated in a way it never feels as thick as a GMS would imply. Absolutely, that is 100% the case when it comes to bamboo. It always is always thinner in hand. So same with tencel and bamboo, the viscose yarns are heavier when they're weighed than they feel in our, you know, in person. So I would actually, you know, I would say this sling is feeling more like a kind of 280, 290 type weight than the full 300. So yeah. Robin, Kelpies, one of our favourite mythological creatures. Love reading about them with the kids. Okay, so Anna is saying, can you pull out the tails to see the full pattern, please? I think what I'll need to do is probably take it off at the end and show you, because I've only got tiny tails here because I've got a size 4 on. I'll take it off and I'll show you again. Thanks, Susan, for confirming that next Wednesday is the 16th of June, so that's the release date. Perfect. Lots of love for the Kelpies design. Okay, so I'll take this off now and I can just hold it out quickly for those of you who have just joined. And I'm just thinking, hopefully, I might need to close my blind here. It was cloudy when I started the video and now it's like bright sunshine out there. So of course you've got a little bit of creasing from wearing it, but I probably recommend just checking out the video afterwards to get the full effect of the pattern, because the light has changed now. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so on to our next sling, and just one moment while I close my blind down here. That's Scotland for you. It will be raining one moment and bright sunshine the next. Okay, so this is our second Scottish new pattern. So this is Gulls, and Gulls has been designed in collaboration with our tapestry artist, the same artist who designed puffins. So I'm struggling to pick up the contrast here on the screen, but I'm just going to show you really slowly so that you can see that. So it shows like a flock of seabirds or seagulls flying across the ocean. So it's kind of like a beach scene where you've got the sort of ripples of waves coming up through the sea, a lovely seascape, and then you have the birds which are kind of flying, find a bird here, flying across. So the way that this one has been woven, it's got an amazing texture. It's a very, very tactile sling. So the yarns have kind of been woven together in quite an interesting way. So you can see that, you know, it's quite raised up on the side, and then where the gulls are, there it's a little bit smoother, and the tops of the waves, like this little kind of sea foam here. And of course we wanted to weave, it's this first release of this one on our Scottish Beach Fade. So you can really see the colours coming through with this one. So we've got the lovely sandy, golden sandy tones at the bottom, through lovely sea blue and into this sort of fresh sky blue at the top. So it feels really lovely, and this one is a perfect summer blend. So it has got an ice cotton weft, and it is actually it's actually an ecru weft, but the way that it's combined and woven with the warp, it kind of looks, sort of takes on the tones a little bit from the warp. So it's quite a subtle pattern, this one, in this colourway. And I actually think it makes for a really nice line, because it, you know, it's going to go with everything. You really just get that lovely hue and that lovely tone from the beach warp, and then as it catches the light you see those ripples of sea foam and the gulls flying across. It has a lovely, lovely drape. It feels you know, very kind of soft in hand, soft and malleable, but like I say, a really nice kind of texture to it with those kind of raised, yeah, kind of sea, you know, as you get those shallow waves kind of going out on a kind of shallow beach, which actually a lot of the beaches here in Scotland, you know, you just get that kind of like rippling, low rippling waves, rather than kind of big tumbling waves. So I think it's a really nice depiction of that. So yes, if you like the puffins design and you're familiar with the artist, then this is her second design for Oscha. Just going to do this one in a front wrap cross carry. I'm just going to tie it under bum. This is a size 4 as well, so it's a base size -1 for me, but I actually really like I really like it. Size 4 is a great option. So it is 42% ice cotton, this one, and the GSM is 290. So it's 291 GSM, and it just is a nice and airy sling. The ice cotton has been spun in a specific way that makes it cool to the touch, and it's really airy as well. So it's been specially spun as ice cotton. So I will just tighten this up all the way down, all the way along, and just tighten everything up. I get that lovely fresh beach fade. So I'd say this one, it's going to be a really good all-rounder. So if you're carrying toddlers and you're looking for a nice lightweight sling that's not going to be diggy, I think this will be perfect. It's got enough cush to it that you're not going to feel you know, any digging in at your shoulders or anything. It's got lovely support, and it will also be suitable for little ones. So it's a great all-rounder really, little ones and toddlers. And I think, like, if you haven't tried ice cotton and you're looking for something for the summer, it's had really brilliant reviews. I think this is a very similar blend to the Willow Esprit that we have at the moment. So I'm just going to tie this under bum, and then I'll see if there's any more comments from y'all. So, oh, this was actually called Gulls Brora, and Brora is a little village in the Scottish Highlands. So it's been named after the village. So you can see the lovely textures you're getting all the way across, and then although the warp and the weft are quite subtle, when it catches the light and in person, you do really see it. So again, it's been quite a little bit of a challenge to photograph this sling, but hopefully my video today will have shown you its true beauty. Okay, so let me see if I can read. You can see it's quite cushy on my shoulder there for ice cotton, and it's got a lovely handle to it. Okay, let me see. Marlene says the waves even look like clouds. Yeah, they absolutely do. Meredith asks, does the ice cotton make this narrower than other wraps? I don't think it's narrower than other wraps. We do always list the width on the website. I haven't taken a note of it here, but certainly when I was looking at it and ironing it, I didn't notice that. But certainly you could have a look. You could certainly have a little look on our website on the listing when that shows up to see what the width is. Marianne says, wow. Okay, let's have a wee look and see. Magdalene says, subtle but beautiful. My little one is crazy about gulls, ducks, and they're all the same to her, so I guess I need this pattern. Yes, it's such a beautiful pattern, you know, and it really will go with everything. And it's one of those ones that I just think for the summer months, it's sometimes nice to wear something that's quite light, colour-wise as well, just reflects the sun. Christine says, oh my goodness, I love all things to do with the sea and this sling is absolutely stunning. That's lovely to hear, Christine. Marianne, I love the colours. Yeah, I think the colours do really work. Jordan says, so who's really hoping to get a gift voucher now? Yes, it sounds like you've been joining in on the clan with all of our celebrations, which is great to hear. Carmen says she loves it. And is it Ricky? Ricky says, oh, this makes me want to go on vacation missing the sea. I completely hear you, totally understand. We've got some nice warm weather here at the moment in Scotland, but it's I'm not totally sure you could sunbathe, let's put it that way. Elise says it almost looks like glitter. Yeah, I think it's like the kind of twisted yarns, and they just make for a really, really lovely texture when I'm sort of when you're wrapping with it, and it's really nice against your skin as well. Isabel says it's beautiful. Lovely. Great. Just checking to see if there's any more questions. Susan says, I've got an Oscha out for delivery. Love the bag with the doors of Durin for my Shire Daisy shawl. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Becca says, would love to see close-up photos shared in the clan later. This pattern looks beautiful. Pam and Oscha. Okay, so you must be talking about the Kelpies, lovely. Yes, we will be showing more photos of the Kelpies and everything in the clan over the next few days, and I think I caught some pretty nice pictures today as well when I was preparing for the video, so I might put some of those up as a little kind of extra wee bit of info for the clan. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to pop back down to the bottom of the comments and see if there's anything else. Pam says it's a lovely texture, will have interesting wrapping qualities. Yes, I would love to hear. We'll be getting this. We're having this one tested as well. So it'll be interesting to see what our tester thinks, and we should be able to share all of that info with you next week too. Marianne says I might get another baby. Lovely. And Marlene says, will there be other patterns with this wrap? With his warp? No, these are the only two that we have coming on this warp. So if you like the Scottish Beach warp, then I would definitely, yeah, it would be either the Kelpies or the Gulls. Morgan says, going back to the blend of the Kelpies, does the bamboo mitigate the propensity for perma creasing? Does it need to be ironed less than hemp and linen? That's a really good question. I would say it probably does, given that the bamboo is 18% and the hemp is 16 and the linen is 11. I think it's probably not going to be as crease as much as the hemp and the linen when they're just on their own, but that's certainly a good question. We will have our tester will be popping up her review in the clan, so I would definitely ask her that question too, and she can give you. I've only really had a go of this afternoon, so I would say it's probably a good question to check out with her, but I do think it probably will negate that a wee bit, so that's quite good to know. Great. Okay, let me see if there's any more questions on this one, and then we are going to get on to something exciting, which we are going to be releasing next week as well. So, lovely. Okay, so I'll take this one off and we'll show you our extra releases next week. So that's the Gulls. So you can let me know if you've got any more questions for those, and I will do my best to answer those. We can come back to it later on. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone saw my little teaser pic, but we are going to be releasing some scarves next week as well, along with Kelpies and Gulls. So we have woven some scarves on our beach warp, and I'm going to show you these now. And we also have another couple of scarves. We've got some on the Jade and we have one on the Belle as well. So these are our medium weight scarves, so they've been woven on the same warp at a more open weave, and we've got some nice different wefts going on. So this is Liliana Epiphany, and it has this lovely coral weft, which really changes depending on whether you're seeing it over the blue or over the sand. And this is the reverse as well, so you can see a little bit more of that kind of corally pink coming through on the back. So this one will be available in scarves and cowls and infinity loops. So you can see that lovely, we have that lovely fringing along the edge as well for the Liliana. So the weft of this one is mercerized Egyptian mako cotton. So it has a really, really lovely handle, a really lovely drape to it, and the coral tone is mako cotton, and it has a really nice shimmer. So those of you who are familiar with the mako cotton shimmer, it has a little bit of that added into the look of the sling. Sorry, the scarf. So that is Liliana. So I know that it's maybe not the most perfect time of year for scarves, but if you live anywhere like we do here in Scotland, sometimes you do get the odd spring, summer, chilly day, and it can be nice just to take the kind of cool breeze off if you're out and about somewhere. And also, of course, they would make beautiful shawls. If you're going to an event or a wedding or something, then they are a really lovely option for that as well. So that's Liliana Epiphany, also coming next week. And then for the Middle Earth lovers, we've got this beautiful Map of Middle Earth scarf. Emma says there's always perfect time for a new scarf. That's how I feel about scarves as well. Great. Yes, lots of excitement for scarves. Morgan says, I'm just going to check this. Morgan says, are the wrap releases made to order also? Are they super limited, fast as fingers before they sell out, or more like plenty for at least a week? Good question. I don't think either of them are very long runs, because normally when we do a new pattern we often weave quite a short run of them, just because obviously we don't know exactly how everyone's going to like it. So I would say they're fairly limited, both of them, and I can double check for you, but I would say if you do really like them, particularly Kelpies, I would definitely join in on Wednesday for one of those, and we will do made to order, and we will have some ready-made items as well. So yeah, I would say they're not big, they're not large runs, either of them, but I can definitely check and reply after the video. So this is the Map of Middle Earth, and it has a really lovely kind of coffee coloured weft. So it kind of adds to that lovely kind of scroll feel, that kind of oldie worldy feel. And you can see the reverse there as well. And this one has got a weft of, it's cotton and recycled cotton. So it's got a kind of a sort of a cotton weft. And we're using some of the recycled cotton for that as well. So that's for the Middle Earth lovers, and a nice lightweight, medium weight sling. It's got a lovely drape to it as well, and that one will be coming out in wrap, cowl and infinity loop as well. So that's Middle Earth offing. Okay, so what's next? Jade warp. Zorro Riptide. Here we have a beautiful Zorro scarf on the Jade warp. So this is, the one I have here is an infinity loop, just so that I can give you a bit of an idea of all the different things that they're coming in. So this is an infinity loop, and it will also come in scarves and cowls as well. And the blend of this one has a viscose and linen weft. So it has a really lovely shimmer to it. It kind of really shines in the light, this one. So I'll maybe show that up a little bit closer so that you can see. But it has a really beautiful shimmery shimmer to it. And again, a lovely drape, the viscose. So that is our Zorro shawl. Virginia says, when can we look forward to the lightweight sales scarves like the original sales? So these will be coming in, I think it's September. So just in time for Christmas, the lightweight sales. So those will be the super lightweight ones. These are the medium weight ones that are woven on our warps, which allow us to bring out lots of different colours. But the sales scarves will be coming in September time. So yeah, and those will be monochrome, because that is what the poll identified to be the most popular. So if you're looking for a colourful scarf, then you can have a look at the ones that are on our warps. So that's Zorro. And then we have one on the Bell warp, and this is a beautiful blend. This one has 8% cotton, 4% silk and 1% cashmere. So it's got this lovely silky weft blend, and it just feels so soft and snuggly, and it has that beautiful, beautiful drape to it as well. So this is a cowl. And like I say, all of these things will come in all of these. So I love the Bell warp. I think this really shows it really well too in the even star pattern. So that's your cowl. So if you're looking for something a little bit more lightweight that you just want to pop on as a bit of an accessory, then the cowls are brilliant for that. That's Even Star Layla. Or Lelia. Even Star Lelia. Not entirely sure how to pronounce that one. But you'll see that one popping up next Wednesday as well. And last but not least, we've got one more on the Jade, which is a beautiful sea salt. And this one just shimmers, it's so shimmery, it's got a beautiful drape. And this one is the cotton cashmere weft. So it's 11% cotton, 5% cashmere. So you're getting that lovely drape, a nice bit of coziness to this one. I think it might be a tiny bit heavier, but it's still our kind of medium weight scarf. Would look beautiful as a shawl. And for covering up over the summer, maybe even, or maybe as a sarong on the beach, that would be cool, or something to kind of, you know, even as a bit of a sort of lightweight blanket, that kind of thing. It's a really lovely, lovely, lovely scarf, and that will come in the cowl and the infinity loop as well. You can see those lovely rolling waves all the way over. Beautiful. Okay, so let me check if we have any more comments, and do let me know if you've got any questions, and I can answer those for you. Lucia is saying, what do you think about Lonely Mountain Ia and these wraps? Which is better for a heavy baby? Which are more cushy on the shoulders? Which is okay, so from my memory, Lonely Mountain Ia is it's a hybrid weave, and it is a little bit heavier. So I think that, to be honest, I think that these are both pretty cushy for toddler. I'd say the Ia is going to give you more support and will probably be a better toddler carrier or toddler sling in the long run, but it probably is a little bit thicker. So if you're looking for something maybe for the summer, you might want to think about Kelpies and maybe Gulls. Gulls is a little bit thinner again, but I do think that it will be toddler worthy as well. Probably Lonely Mountain Ia is the more toddler worthy version, but I guess it depends what climate you're in as well. Feel free to send us a message, Lucia, on Messenger, and we can give you a more tailored response and look into all the details and everything as well, if you like. Lovely. Scarves are going to be released at exactly the same time, so next Wednesday the 16th of June at 7:30 p.m. So if you're into the scarves, that's when they're coming. Christine says, can you send me this when you finish? I'll definitely look through the comments and I'll figure out what you're referring to there, and I will do that as soon as I finish. Claudia, yes, these are all 16th of June, not 16th of July, so just make sure you have that marked on your calendar if you're looking for either of these ones. Tim says, oh, the Zorro is pretty similar to the deep sea one. I can have two, right? Of course. This one's teal, deep sea's blue. Well, I guess they're teal, but they're very different teals. Yes, it is like kick, flip in scarf form, Stacey. You are absolutely correct. Claudia says, can you say what the map scarf is made of? Yes, so this one is exactly 87% organic combed cotton. That's our BCI organic combed cotton, and it is 8% cotton and 5% recycled cotton. So I think the weft is a blended cotton which has some pure cotton or some new cotton and some recycled cotton mixed together to make the recycled yarn. Susan, oh my, OMG, purple, brilliant. Lovely. Yes, Christine says the sea salt is divine. It is so beautiful, that one. Yeah, the sea salt is getting a lot of love. Lovely. Stephanie says, hoping to get a Rivendell, Lonely Mountain or Galadriel scarf too. Oh, interesting. I will keep that in mind if we're looking to do more scarves. We have some polls going on in Clan Oscha at the moment as well for our new releases that we're going to be designing for early spring, so January next year. So if you have any other suggestions like that, you should add them to those polls and we'll go through the comments and everything. But at the moment, I don't think we have a Lonely Mountain Galadriel or a Rivendell scarf in the works at the moment. Lots of love for a Galadriel scarf. Lovely. Okay, I think we've come to the end of the comments now. So just as a little reminder, the new pattern Gulls, there will also be a blog post on this one coming out in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow. And we'll link that on Facebook when that goes live. And then we've also got the Kelpies, which you should definitely go and have a look at the blog post. There's lots of design images and sketches and design development there, which I think you'll all really love if you like the look of this pattern. And thank you so much to Pam again for coming up with this brilliant idea and for working with us so closely on our new Kelpies design. So thank you very much, and we look forward to chatting to you again soon. I will be live in a couple of weeks' time, and I will see you at Secret Stash Happy Hour next Wednesday. I'll be back for that, and we'll have lots of chatter and fun. And do join in Clan Oscha, and you'll be able to get notifications around when we're releasing our new slings, and there'll be lots more posts from the testers who are trying all of these as well. And Pam says thank you all too. That is lovely. Thanks so much, Pam, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening ahead, and I look forward to chatting with you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.